We are back at it with another $200 in Jefferson nickels. Hopefully, we can find something for the book. Welcome back to Silver in the Big Sky. Yeah, we've got another Jefferson nickel hunt, equivalent of 2 boxes here. Bag equals 2 boxes. If you've seen our videos, you've seen us do a lot of bags. It's still the only denomination this year in which you can find silver that we haven't. So you know we're going to be looking for some of that, but we're also looking for something for our collection book. We're just down to 3, I guess, in this series of looking for or filling this book. This will be 50 boxes now, and we're just short these 3, that 38S, 48S, and the 50D. We do average a pretty good amount of war nickels, so interesting that we haven't found one yet on the year. But yeah, those 3. Oh, and if you saw the last hunt, we found a 1950, and I flipped it, and it was a P, which is also a semi-key date there, but not the key date that we were looking for. That's a semi-key date at 11.3 million, and that 38S is a key date at 4.1 million. It's the only 3 we need. Hopefully we can find something today, but you know there's going to be some good finds along the way, and we'll bring you in for them. Might be just me in this one, my partner in coin, or the purple glove lady. She's down under the weather still, so looks like I'll be doing this one solo. So hopefully there's a buffalo in here, because you know what? I don't think the last couple times we found one, it was her. So I'm due. Let's go. I'm going to get in here. Hope to bring you in soon. Appreciate you being here. If you can, 10 seconds of your time, like, comment, and share. We appreciate you. I am just in my second handful in, and we're going to get our first pre-50s Jefferson nickel find of the hunt. It's going to be a 1940 out of Philly. Just a common one, but one to get onto the board. Same handful. Find number 2 is going to be a 1946. Just missed the silver wartime era there. They go from 1942, which was a split year, through 1945. This one's going to be a Denver. All right. Same handful still. Came to a 50s year that's an interesting year. It's not the 50 that we wanted to see, but a 1955. Though we do have these in the book, a Philly is a semi-key date. So this is one of those times we want to flip and see a Philly. What do we got? Hey, look at that. We've already got a semi-key date in the hunt. Heck yeah. And that's a good conditioned nickel. Dang. Happy to see that. Wow. That's a real good sign of things maybe to come in this bag, but a semi-key date already found. The handful that just keeps on giving. Another 1946. What are we going to have on this one? And looks like a San Francisco. Good to see that. We needed one 2 years later in San Francisco, but we'll take it. Very next handful after finishing that out, after I popped all that down there, that last handful was so good I just felt like I should look around. And look at that. We're going to have a 1939. Again, not one we need for the book, but man, a mint mark here means we've got a key date. It's always hard, though sometimes those 3s look like 5s and vice versa. Oh, no mint mark, but it's a Philly. We'll take it. I'll scope it for the double die reverse and the Henning nickel. But our first one pre-40s. Same handful. I see our first one from 1941 sitting on the pile. Common date, but one we needed for the board. Out of Philly. Same handful yet again. This one's an odd colored one, but going to be another at a 1940. And this one a Philly. Same handful again. We're going to have our second one at a 1941. And this one's in San Francisco. Get a little zoom on that. Nice. We'll take it. Crazy. They're adding up already. Well, I made it to the next handful, and the finds just keep coming. One, I saw another 1959 sitting over here somewhere. Hopefully it's a Philly. We've already got a few of those. There, that one. And they've been nice coins, too. A lot of the 50s have... Wait, is that a... Yeah, I'm telling you. Those 5s and 3s play tricks on you. It's another Denver. But when I first laid this down, I was like, that almost looked like a silver. Because I could not see that mint mark on the top. But look at that. We have got silver in the big sky, and we've got our first silver nickel of 2026. About dang time. That D over the Monticello building. So if you get a P, D, or S up there, that's the mint mark on these things. So this is going to be in between 1942 and 1945. There it is. 1945, 35% silver wartime nickel. Yeah, silver in the big sky. Well, just took out another new handful, and look at that. So I didn't want to say this before this, but I'm going to say it now. We had a nickel collection dump last year. For those of you that have seen the video, you know. For those of you that haven't, if I remember, I'll post it at the end of this video. But where we had found basically somebody's collection book. I think there was multiple key dates, multiple semi-key dates, and all 10 of the different silver war nickels in the hunt. This hunt has had a lot of nice nickels, though I've been a little picky on the ones I've been keeping. But there's been a lot of nice nickels, a lot of different years represented already. I mean, I'm maybe a quarter way through the bag, and there's only a few gaps there on the different years. And already a second silver. This is crazy. Hopefully, there's more. But that's going to be a 1943 Philly. Pretty decent conditioned one. And then I did see another. I barely looked around in my pile, but there's a 49. If this is an S, it can be a semi-key date. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, that's 2 semi-key dates now and 2 silver. This has collection book written all over it. Man, what else is in store in this bag? Same handful. Almost got through the whole thing. Thought I had plucked the only couple of finds out of there. But no, look at that. And that's a really nice conditioned 1939. Oops, knocked my stack over there. Man, any mint mark, we don't need it for the book, but any mint mark is a key date. Let's see a mint mark. Oh my goodness, and we did. San Francisco Mint. Whoa, that's our first key date of the hunt. And this is what us coin hunters get excited. Anyone that's doing nickels, especially if you're trying to put a book together, if you feel like you've got a collection book dump, man, the odds of getting some of these coins that you're missing, I am just praying there's a 50D in here. Well, I'm a few handfuls later, so it slowed down a little bit. Even if that was all of the collection book, I mean, it was a good one. I still don't think we're out of it, though, because I'm still seeing a bunch of 58s. But there's going to be another 49. Gives us another chance at that 49S semi-key date. This one's going to be a Philly, though. We'll take it. Another 40s find. Same handful. Going to have another 40s find. I had found this one from the back, so I already know. It's a Denver. We'll take it. Same handful yet again. I just went to scoop that little pile into my hand and noticed that was a 39. We've already found 2 in the hunt. One was a key date, that S, and one was a Philly. If this is a book, that'd probably be a key date and be a Denver. Let's see. Oh, dang it. I tried. It's a Philly. I'll scope that again for the double die reverse and the Henning. Another handful that keeps on giving. Gonna have another one at a 1940. Yep, 40. And a Philly. Very next handful. Just laid it out. And that one caught my eyes. We're gonna have another one in the 40s, another 46 to be exact. This one had a Philly. And I didn't realize on that 47, that was our first 47 of the hunt. So this is interesting. No 48s, no 50s, and no 38s. Consequently, the book needs a 38, a 48, and a 50. Sorry about that. I kind of made myself chuckle. I can't be laughing right now. All right, back to it. Same handful, just a few coins later. I've already seen the back on this one, so I'm not freaking out, but it's another 1939 at a Philly. You know the drill. I'll scope it. Same pile. I spied one in there. It's going to be another one at a 1940, if we can get it out of there. And looks like another San Francisco. Sweet. Next handful. We've got to be right around the halfway mark. And now I've just been kind of looking at my pile when I throw it out, and another find found its way to the top. That one's not as pretty a one, so I'm assuming this is going to be a Philly, but of course we're looking for any mint mark on a 39. And no, it just looks like there's some damage there. If I could get a zoom. Yeah, just going to be another Philly. And then I saw a dime laying there, a real beat up one. Jeez, what the heck happened there? Yeah, that'll go with the penny that we've found. Sweet. Same handful. This one didn't pop out earlier, but it sure does now. I didn't notice it from the edge either. Just kind of blended in a little bit, but look at that. That's going to be silver wartime nickel number 3. I think that's the first at a 1944 and a 44 Philly. Dang. It's been a while since we found those first two, but good to see that. Well, that made me look around at my pile a little bit further, and I'm going to have to look back to see if it was visible earlier on, but look at that. There's going to be a silver or nickel number 4, a 1940-30, and a pretty well circulated 1943 at that, but it's silver. We'll take it. San Francisco. The reverse is looking just as wore down. Man, this is crazy. Very next handful. This just keeps... I'm speechless. Right there. Popped out again. Can't believe it. Another silver wartime nickel. Philadelphia minted. 1943. Just out of curiosity... do we have any? Oh, that is a repeat. All right, that bag that we had last year had no repeats. It had all 10 of them. So we got 43 saffron. 45 was Denver. The Denvers are, I think, in most of these years are the lower minted in all the years. So that's what you're looking for in the earlier years, especially. That's our first repeat, but that's silver number 5. Same handful. This is crazy. That's the only coins I went through. I came to that. Another 1943. Goodness gracious. Be a Denver this time. Okay, another San Francisco. I believe that's another repeat, but that's silver wartime nickel number 6. A couple of coins later. A 1947. At a Philly. Same handful. Came to that one, a 1940, and then I saw that one, another 1940. So 2 1940s. This one is going to be out of San Francisco, another one out of San Francisco, and this 1940 out of Philly. Same handful. 1941. And it's in San Francisco. Man, can we find a 48? Seconds later, I just swiped up those coins to group them up, to pick them up, and uncovered that one. Jeez. Silver number 7. Oh my goodness. A 1944 had a Philly. This is just getting insane. Wow. Same handful. Another 1940. I think we found all of the mints. This one is another San Francisco. Next handful. Just laid it out. Yep, same old story. I see several. There's a 1940. Pretty good looking one. Out of Denver. I saw a 47 sitting up here. Right there. Man, it's crazy. I haven't seen any 38s, and that's an S. What a tease. Haven't seen any 48s, 50s, or 38s. And then look at this. Look at that thing. That has to be the best condition one that we have found. That is another silver wartime nickel. San Francisco Mint, 1943. Wow. This is nuts. That's silver number 8. I am laughing, and I had to look back at the video, and literally that one was touching that one. I want to hear in the comments if anyone else saw it. Oh my goodness, number 9. Another San Francisco minted, 1943. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Same handful. Came to that one, another 1947. I think we have all the mints in that year as well. That one's going to be another San Francisco. Trying to consolidate clips, and I saw that one looked older. Brush that away. That's a 42. We don't have anything from 42 yet. So 42 can be silver, and it can be non-silver. What's the odds? Oh, it's not silver. I didn't think it looked very silvery. But a 42 Philly, that's one of the years that was not on the board up here. So yeah, we have the regular nickels. We have every year from 58 to 38 represented, except the 3 years we need a find in. 38, 48, and 50. Wow. Same handful. Another 1947. Out of Philly. Same handful. Another 40s find. This one, a 41. Out of Philly. Very next handful. I see a few. One that's going to be better than the other, but another 1940. This one had a San Francisco again. So many San Francisco mints. And look at that. Speaking of San Francisco mint, I see a couple other 50s in my pile, but it's not as exciting as that. If you've been counting, that's number 10. We have double-digit silver. I would not have guessed. And that one's going to be a 45. I believe that's a new one. I don't remember seeing that one. I would have never guessed that our first double-digit silver hunt of the year was going to be in the nickels after not even having one all year. Next handful, getting down there. I mean, there's still a good amount left. You know the drill. I'm kind of laying out my handful and looking around. And I had this 57 had caught my eye there. And I was kind of fanning through here. And bam. I didn't mention it after the last silver find, but that 10 is our record bag. That's a new record right there. That's 11. There's a 44 out of San Francisco. 11 silver in the bag. And I don't know if you saw it when I panned over it, but I saw something else. Do you see what I see? I mean, we don't find them very much on the channel, but that looks like a buffalo nickel to me. Yeah, and it is. Wow. It's been a long time since I've held one of these after finding it, and it's going to be another rarity on the channel. We rarely find them without a visible date. And man, that is pretty slick there. I am not seeing anything. And I don't see a mint mark either. Yeah, that's a pretty well circulated buffalo nickel. Man. If you guys see something in the camera that I don't, please let me know in the comments. I'll check out the video footage too, but a lot of times you can see it better like this than from a scope, but I don't know. That's not a... Yeah, that looks like damage there and not a 7, because the date should be higher, right? I don't know. Either way, we've got a buffalo and silver, number 11. Yep, we did it again. There was one touching another one. I saw that color when I pulled that other one, but you know, you see discolored coins all the time. It doesn't mean they're going to be silver. That one is silver. Number 12, another 1944. This one out of Philly. I don't think there's been any Denver mints, or maybe the one Denver mint in all of those. So it'd be nice to see some Denver mints pop out, but man, cannot complain with having 12 silver war nickels. Near the end of that same handful, that's just the second 55 of the hunt. And as good as this hunt's been, which you won't catch me complaining, it's been a while since we found a key date or a semi-key date. And this in a Philly would be a second semi-key date 55 of the hunt. And it's a Denver. Well, we didn't have it, and we'll certainly take it. Crazy. Next handful. Plopped out a couple of handfuls, laid it out, inspected it, and no way. Like, my confidence is so high, I just think every old coin is going to be a silver coin right now. That is silver war nickel number 13. Another San Francisco mint. I believe another 45 San Francisco mint. Just nuts. Same handful. Another 1941. And of course, another San Francisco. Same handful. Look at that. Buffalo nickel number 2. That's just insane. We've never had 2 in a bag. And it's another slicky of the slickies. Probably not going to get a date off of that. Let me know if you see anything there in inspection. Not going to see a mint mark there either. Crazy, but I'll take it. Buffalo nickel number 2. On to the next handful. Same thing. Laid it out, kind of looking around. There's a 41. Out of Denver. Saw that. Looks like an old one. Denver mint mark, so it's at least 64. Oh, there you go. 40. Take that. But, yeah, another silver. Saw it on the first scoop I took out. Crazy. I remember how many that is now. 44 out of Philly. Add it to the pile. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Same handful. After this epic hunt. Could it get better? Here's our first chance at a slaughter in the book. It's our first 1950 or 1948 or 1938. This one happens to be a 1948. We're looking for an S. Whoa, we did it. No frickin' way. Slaughter in the book, semi-key date nonetheless. Wow, this hunt is going to go down. It's being epic. Slaughter in the book. I did look around to see if I had anything else and saw a 1939 sitting here. Oh, can't find it in the camera. My eyes are getting like shot right now. Right there. Looks like a 39 to me. Getting those 3s and 5s. And it's a Philly. Wow. Slaughter in the book. Cue the confetti or something.
Logan.
Dang. Where have you been? Good to see you. Same handful. Gonna have another 40s find. This one a 1946. Out of Philly. Very next handful. First handful, I haven't seen a silver out in a while. But I do see a 1948. A second chance to get another 48S. Nope, that's a regular Philly this time, but we'll take it. Well, I am to the final handful. I had just kind of went through a whole handful and didn't bring it in because all I had found was this 39 at a Philly. And I was just trying to kind of consolidate some of the clips here, but saw that guy, and that looked silvery to me. It's another little worn one, but yeah, 45. That is gonna be another silver. I thought we had random dry. It's another San Francisco. Jeez, crazy. I am forgetting the number here and getting a little wore down. But let me get through the rest of these, and we're gonna have one impressive wrap up, and I'll give you some feedback on my thoughts on what I think happened now. Well, that's a wrap. Holy moly. Usually, so a bag, we're hoping anyway, 20 fines per box. So 40 fines on the board in a bag would be a good hunt. Blew way over that. Gonna be insane. I'm really just going to kind of just flow over the side fines. If you guys have any questions, I guess let me know. And I'll try to just make this pretty quick here. I think what happened is this is just someone's collection, and it wasn't necessarily a book. When we saw a book, like we had all the mints, and we didn't have very many duplicated, like all these duplicates in the war means, I think it was just someone's collection of sorts, but ended up with 15 war nickels. Let's go to the late 50s, so 59 and 58, so a whole stack of Denvers, no Phillies. There's nothing hiding back there. Stack of 57 Denvers, 1 Philly, which is a better date. 56 Denvers, a couple of 55 Denvers, and a semi-key date, 55 Philly. 54, we had Philly, a bunch of Denvers, and a San Francisco. 53, just the lone Denver. 52, some Denvers and a San Francisco. 51, a couple of Phillies and a Denver. No 1950s, unfortunately. 49, we had a Philly and a semi-key date San Francisco. 48, of course, we had that semi-key date San Francisco that goes in the collection book. Now we've slotted 63 of 65 and a Philly. 47, we had some of each. And 46, we had some of each. And then skipping back down to 42 Philly non-silver. 41, we had some of each. 40, some of each. 39, a bunch of Phillies, which are considered better dates. No double dies. And a really nice key date. 39, San Francisco. What a find. And then 2 dateless Buffaloes. Pretty well worn. We'll still take them. Glad to have them. We don't find very many Buffaloes. I think it ended up being 6 all of last year, so that puts us at 3 this year. And then all the silver. If you would have told me our first double-digit silver hunt was going to be in nickels, I would have laughed. That's just crazy. So these go from 42 to 45. So just, no Philly in the 45. This was our lone Denver. That might have even been the first silver find of the bag, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Who was paying attention in class? Kidding. 345 San Franciscos, a 44 San Francisco, 4 44 Phillies, 2 43 Phillies, 4 43 San Franciscos, including that real nice one. That is a dandy. Crazy. Probably upgrade in the book for our personal collection. Wow, I had a lot of fun. As always, when you find a lot of finds, the hunt really drags on. This was a long hunt. Had to do it solo, but man, was there a lot of finds. That's just seeing that much silver is crazy, let alone all these other finds and semi-key dates and better dates. Well, next nickel hunt you see, I'll have that 48 in the book for you. I don't want to make another clip here and do that, but man, we certainly appreciate you. We're trying to push to that 500 subscriber limit, so please help us and look forward to seeing you in the next hunt.